Well, it's Thursday morning, about 9 a.m. or something. Back in Iquitos after a couple of days. Yeah, it's 9:09. So back in the hotel. Got back Monday night. Now Thursday morning. Been just uploading videos for the last 3 days. Solid. So they're all up now. The last one on making ayahuasca is just going up, and that's finished. Apart from this will be the summary of the last ceremony, which was Aya 99, which we made on the Sunday, and then drank that night in ceremony. And it was wonderful. So pleased with it, because obviously I had a lot of input into that, bashing a lot of ayahuasca there. Must have done about a good third of it, probably bashed up, if not more. And then I got to put my own intention in, which you'll see on the video if you watch it. Put a lot of love in, and Bo Binsana, requested Bo Binsana. And then in the intention of the drink, I asked to talk to Mama Ayahuasca, because I haven't really spoken to her for about 5 weeks before, because of the dietas, the previous dietas. Because the trees obviously take precedence, you're concentrating on that stuff really. So I hadn't really spoken to Mama Ayahuasca, but she was there. I had a chat, 3 or 4 hours. She was wonderful to talk to. I hadn't spoken to her for ages. It was lovely to talk to her again. Bo Binsana, had a dance when we had sang the Cognac and Bo Binsana Icaros, and she was dancing around as usual. Had a good chat with Bobby. Lovely to see her again. But it was strong, that brew. Fuck, it was strong, but it was nice. It was just pleasant, but it went on, and both me, we were all, Darlin got hit really hard with it. He was really merry, and Maestro was merry-eyed, and he kept just like, we were laughing, because it was just, 3 hours in, and I was just going, oh, Maestro este ayahuasca, woo, yoo-hoo. It was, it was really just, but it was nicely powerful, but it was strong. At one point I had to go out for a pee, and because I'd vomited twice on it. Good cleaning. I can't really remember anything vision-wise, apart from chatting to Bobby. Chatting to Mama. There's nothing really that I can remember that stood out particularly. Oh, but the cook, Rosalita, it was her third ceremony. Was it her third ceremony or second? Third ceremony. That's right. She did one sat on the floor, one in the hammock when Darlin wasn't there, and that one was with Darlin, yeah. So she was in the hammock. Oh, by the time her third ceremony, she had a hex on board, nasty one. And, the ayahuasca found that, and she was in a lot of pain. It was causing a headache, big, really powerful headache. And at the same time, in my visions, I had the sense of all of my trees just like feeling like bark shields around my arms. And Darlin seemed to be suffering, like he was getting attacked. Maestro was like attacked by spines, and Maestro had been removing stuff from him. So he seemed like he was having a rough time on it. He vomited quite a bit. For me, I was just shivering. That's right, I had quite a bit. I was cold. I had a lot of cleaning again. The shivering cold business for about half an hour. But slowly that went away as Maestro sang more Icaros and more trees, and then I felt fine. But while I was during my cleaning, probably 2 hours in, I'll have to check the recording. But Rosa was in a lot of pain, and it was nasty. Maestro was doing a lot of Icaros over her, calling Papa Julio. She's just working really hard. He got a glass of lemon juice to make her vomit. She vomited a couple of times more, but she was still moaning. And I don't think she's the type of person to make a fuss, but she's like this. It was like, so I was just sat, but I just felt great, because I was almost laughing in a way, because Mama Ayahuasca was just talking to me. Just saying, there you go, Steve. Here's another example for you to feel good about. Although that's pretty nasty. Oh, who was? I don't remember who was talking to me. I think it was might have been Mapacho. Just saying, here's another example for your training. How just feeling secure, knowing that how you're protected by all your tree dietas. And I just felt like nothing could have, because we did have witch attacks. There was one down by the river. But anyway, I digress again. Just getting back to Rosie. It took about half an hour to clean her. And then by the time she got back to normal and sort of vomited again, and then the pain was gone, that was a big struggle. It seemed to be a bit of a panic going on there. Maestro was really working really hard. Poor Darling, he had to get Darling up. I think Darling was laid out on the floor, but he had to snap into it, go out into the kitchen area, get a glass of water, cut a lemon in half, squeeze lemon juice, bring that back in, all in the dark, just your light, you know. So it was a bit hectic there for half an hour, but I could just watch and observe. But in my vision, I got a vision of like a dog tag on a soldier, but it was a tiny little pendant with, I couldn't read it, but again, old writing on it, sort of an analogue of this hex that had been put on her. Don't know by who, but it was nasty. Well, that's probably been there a long while, because she's never, until this dieta, she'd never done ayahuasca. Although she's done a couple of years and 15 dietas with Maestro Antonor. Because, she's a very close friend or family member. She calls him uncle, but then they all do that. So I don't know what the relationship is. So I had this image of, I think it was Mapacho talked to me, and he said, oh, you've got the pen, now you've got the pendant. I was thinking about what I could do, and he just said, just break it. And when I put it under my foot, and I had a foot like one of the trees with their armor, like big metallized armored foot, and I crushed it. Whether it had any effect or not, I don't know, but that was just an interesting vision about what was going on with her. And now, because it's coming back to Iquitos Monday night, and then Tuesday, and then food and diarrhea, because I jumped too quick, I couldn't resist it. Weak. I jumped in. They've got a lovely sauce here in this cafe where I go. It's the green, I think it's chimichurri, but it's like herbs, green. It's a little bit spicy, but it's really tasty. It's got lots of herbs in it. Well, just a lovely flavour. And so I had that with chicken and rice the other night, and obviously straight from the jungle. I knew it would happen. But I've had diarrhea since I got back, just solid no matter what I eat. So I had fruit yesterday, papaya, bought bananas, bread. I've had platano fritto in the bags, and it's just all of it. It's been 3 days, just all of it's just going straight through me. But my skin is absolutely amazing. There's no red marks on it, there's no rashes, there's no itches. It's just incredible. So it took 6 weeks, but the Katawa treatment, wow. So I'm super pleased. It's not dry now after 2 showers here, because I thought that if it's going to go off again, it would be in maybe the chlorinated water in the shower with soap. But it's fine, it's healing, it's not looking dry. Look a bit baggy under the eyes. It only takes a day in Iquitos, just staring at the screen for a day and then going out in pollution or whatever. So, feeling really good, but got to move on now. I didn't go to Colombia today, obviously. I couldn't face it after only 2 days here. Too much of a rush. I've got to go through my rucksack. So I'll probably go at the weekend. There's no boat tomorrow, because I asked, he said Thursday, there's no boat Friday, and then there's usually a boat at the weekend. So I'll probably go over the road, check for when the next boat ride is with Zoe Alexa ferry again, the 14 hours fast one, and make a decision and go from there. Got information back from the pension fund, so I can fill out forms online for that, but I can't log in at the moment. It's not working, so I'm waiting for them to get back to me. But that's pretty much it. I just can't remember. There was nothing. Oh, I mean, yeah, there was a couple of witchy things going on. The frogs were there, but it wasn't attacks so much. They were worse, but there were just other types. And I had my dog with me, Carla, and sent her out a couple of times because there was a lot of annoyance. There was a type of, like, just the annoying type witches. And Maestro was busy healing Rosa. And there were noises down by the river, like splashes, and when you say that's fish, but it was a particular type, it's louder than that. And also a sense that there was somebody down there. So I was kind of blowing down there and sending a few spears down there, and then it would move and came closer. And it was just, like they do, just disruptive. And trying to send a bit of bad energy. But I knew nothing could touch me, even if they're firing spines or whatever, which may be what Darling got hit with. Again, because he's done 150 odd ayahuasca ceremonies, but no dietas. So, it's a bit crazy, really. You should, but they just don't have the time with his work and his family. But, you should do a minimum of 2 weeks to get your tree protection in place, at least, for say even a week. You could do. If Maestro did you a 6-tree diet in a week, you'd have 6 trees. I mean, even 3's worth it. If you've done that much ayahuasca and you're so clean, you'd be shining every time he takes it. You're just going to be visible. I know he's got Maestro there to protect him, but he still gets attacked. But nothing could touch me with all of my trees. Just felt like I was just in a cocoon of bark. Just totally impregnable. It was wonderful. So... So I've got a list on my phone, both phones, of all the 15 trees I've done, and I just have to go through them in my mind, visualizing them from the videos, trying to remember which ones look like what. I've lost a couple. Going back to Dieta 1, I took videos of the Bobinsana tree and Huaca Piranha, and fucking videos have disappeared. I don't know what happened there, which is a pain. But luckily I've got mental images of those, and I've got mental image of Bobinsana bush at Lighthouse. But obviously I wanted the tree, and I did see quite a lot of Bobinsana trees. But I can just visualise her anyway, because obviously she's the nymph, so that's not a problem anyway. But I wanted to see the Huaca Piranha tree. It's just annoying because I took the videos. It's like the one I took of the yucca plants. I wanted to show yucca, Maestro pulling it out of the ground, and when I got back to the camp, the phone went off. So the next thing, I've only got the part where he's planting the actual the branch, because you cut it, which effectively would kill it. Pull the tubers up by hand, by force of arms. Got all of that on the video, so I thought, and it wasn't there. So I probably just hit the friggin' photo button or something, or you touch something inadvertently, especially when it's raining, whatever. So I didn't get the yucca being pulled out of the ground, which was what we specifically went there to film. So that was annoying. So I lost a couple of videos along the way, 2 or 3. But anyway, where are we? The ayahuasca is just still going up on my laptop. It's on 65%, making ayahuasca.